Thank you so much for joining me for a sneak preview of a look inside Up and Running in Real Estate, a very revolutionary online training, accountability, business startup plan for the agent under 2 years or for an agent that wants to revitalize their business. So let's take a look quickly at what's in Up and Running in Real Estate. First, get ready to get into action because this is an action course. This isn't a course where you just look at everything and learn some things and take a quiz. This is actually your business startup plan in action. This is what Up and Running in Real Estate provides you. Training via recorded webinars, and I believe there are about 24 of them. Modeling through role plays, there are several videos where I've role played sales skills for you. 20 plus supporting documents, resources, and processes to organize, systematize, and run your business. And that's really important. There are lots of these programs that tell you what to do and when to do it, but they don't tell you the why. They don't give you the systems. I want to give you something that you can build on, that you can literally say, I'm starting my business with this foundation and I can keep getting better at it. So that's what I'm providing you are the foundations and the systems. A completed sample business startup plan so that you can see what a successful agent would be doing in all of these areas. All of the business planning templates, that is all of the templates you need to organize, plan, and execute that business. Action plans to implement your business startup plan step by step. So I want to help you figure out what to do, why to do it, when to do it, and prioritize it. Because as I'm teaching agents, I find that agents 5, 10, 15 years in the business never started their business this way. Therefore, they're never quite sure that what they're doing will give them money. You're going to be sure that what you're doing is going to lead you to the goals you said you wanted. Coaching with the support for your coaches. I'm going to coach you somewhat in the program, and I highly recommend that you get a coach, and that is a combination program with this program called the Certified Coach Program. It tells your coaches what to do and when to do it and how to help you get where you said you wanted to go. And finally, the motivation and inspiration to help you move forward with confidence. It's no good for you to know what to do, when to do it, and why to do it if you're not motivated to do it. So I'm going to help you keep really motivated to get what you said you wanted to. And here's the best news. You'll beat the challenges that new agents face. I really hate to tell you this, but I'm going to. The national statistics say that about half the agents that come into the business in any given year get out of the business before the end of that year. And you know why, don't you? They find it's harder than they thought it was. They find that they have to do work they didn't know they needed to do. And they simply don't make enough money to stay in the business. Now, I don't want to scare you, but I want to let you know that this program is going to assure, if you do the program, assure that you stay in the business, that you get the habits of a top producer, and that you start making money fast. So here are the challenges that new agents face. They don't know the best ways to spend their time. You will know. I'm going to show you how to analyze your time management and correct anything you need to correct. A lot of experienced agents don't know this, and you'll know it from the get-go, and you'll be able to analyze the best ways to find business. We're going to help you prioritize those best ways. Agents always ask me, what are the best ways for me to find business? Well, I've got it prioritized in a plan called 30 Days to Dollars. So you won't wonder about the best ways to find business. What to do each day so you know you're on track. That's part of that time management, and that's part of that weekly schedule so that you know how to analyze what you're doing and stay on track. Most agents don't even, no matter how long they've been in the business, they don't make a weekly schedule. So they don't know when they're even off track. You'll know from the get-go that you're on track. What to avoid to get into the dreaded slump. And the slump doesn't take very long. I did a study that showed that in the first 60 days, the majority of new agents expect to make a sale. What about you? When do you expect to make a sale? Well, you could get it through dumb luck that maybe your Aunt Martha decides to buy a home from you. But that dumb luck is going to stop pretty quickly. So what you want to do is to get into a plan that shows you how not to rely on dumb luck. Because dumb luck will send you into a slump when you don't have Aunt Martha coming at you and forcing you to sell her home. How to double check that you're going to reach your goals? Well, most agents don't know their ratios. They don't know how many times it takes of putting people in their car to actually sell somebody something. So they don't know how often to put people in their car. You will know. It's very comforting, isn't it, to know that the activities that you're doing are going to lead you to your goals. So this is what's included in your plan. The longer term year plan, but we're not going to start there. Why? Because a lot of times these programs start you there, but they don't move you backward into what to do every day. I'm going to start you with what to do every day. And then toward the end of this program, I'm going to show you how it fits into the longer term picture. But if you don't create those habits day to day and measure that you're on track, me showing you a yearly plan will not do you any good. Then a lead generation plan, a plan to find the best people for you and how many and when to find them and what to say. And your tech plan, that's your plan for all those other things you need to buy and get to support your business. And then finally, your marketing plan, which includes your social media. Those are the basics of your startup plan. Now, there's lots of other things we can do. We're not going to do them. Why? I want you to get into the business in your first 60 days. After that, then we'll look at longer term planning, and I have actually a program that you can take for that longer term plan. But right now, let's do the immediate. Let's get you a sale or very close to a sale in your first 60 days. Let's take a look at what the program looks like. This program is built on some very cool software, and it's arranged in sections. So when you look at your page where you start the program, this is what it's going to look like. Take a look at what the sections say. Now, there are 8 sections. I'm showing you 4 here. So all you do is go to the first section, click on it, and it will tell you, it has a video, and then it will give you what you need to do in order to fulfill that section. And the first section is just the introduction to the program, what's in it and what you'll be doing. The week 1 tells you how to get up and running with your startup plan and so on. So every week you'll get a new part of your plan to work on, and you'll get sales skills to practice, and you'll get assignments of exactly what to do that week in order to build that business the way you want it built. Inside, when you click on the week, this is what it will look like. So for instance, here's implementing your effective startup plan. Here are all the things that are included in this week, and here's the video for this week. So it's very, very easy to follow this. You just click and it goes right there and tells you what to do. Every week, too, you'll see a section called Actions to Take. And in that section, you'll see your action plan, which you'll see on the right here, for that week. So you check off the actions as that you complete them. And then you'll put the completed action plan in your Dropbox. Now, this Dropbox is just for you inside your program. If you have a certified coach, and that would probably be your manager, then that coach can also look in your Dropbox and see how you're doing and get ready to help you at that weekly scheduled meeting you're going to have with your coach. Now, you don't have to have a certified coach. I highly recommend you do, because you want somebody to talk to be sure you're on track and to answer questions for how things are done in that particular area. So with this action plan, you're completing the time management habits of a great producer. So if you just take a look, you're going to have 5 reports due every week. And those are the reports of what did you do this week in lead generation and working with people. You're going to have a report in managing your time with your schedule. And then a report on analyzing your progress so that you can take a look at yourself and see how you're reporting. The other report will, of course, be this action plan. You can see some of the things you're going to do every week. You're going to make a list of 50 people with their contact info and put them in your contact relationship management program, which is a fancy word for a database on steroids. You're going to write 15 note cards and send. That's every week. Every week you're going to have some lead generation. We're going to start with your very best and easiest source. And then you're going to have some sales skills, features to benefits this week. You're going to role play those features to benefits, and you're going to complete the worksheet. You're going to organize your info every week with your office and your attitude and your affiliate notebooks. You can either do this hard copy or digital. Why? You're going to get so much information thrown at you. I want you to have a place to organize. You can either put it in hard copy notebooks, or you can put it in the cloud, and I've made some suggestions for you to do that. Then this first week, since you're starting, you're going to send a letter to introduce yourself, and I even have a prototype letter for you to use and change as you wish. You're going to answer the questionnaire on business producing versus business support activities. That's really important, because people don't know when they start if what they're doing is going to lead them to business, to a sale, or just be busy work. And unfortunately, some people choose to do all busy work all week and then figure out they're not making money and they can't figure out why. Well, I'm going to show you how to analyze what you're doing from the get-go, because you see, truly, you're the manager of your business. You're the CEO. I want you to have all the self-management tools you need. Another thing, if you take a look at this page that you're always going to land on, it has resources. So you have lots of resources to support you in the program. You have all the checklists I showed you. You have dialogues. You have letters. You have videos. They're all in your resources that occur both inside each of these weeks, and then some of them are over in this checklist resources, so you can always find what you need. Now, the Dropbox. When you do your work, you're going to put your finished work in your Dropbox, because that shows you and your coach that you have finished the work. And for you coaches, if you're looking at this, this is really important. I've coached agents for many, many years. And as a coach, it always drives you nuts to know that some person is going to come in and ask you questions and review what they did in a half hour, and you haven't seen their work. So if you haven't seen their work, you have to take up their precious time in your coaching appointment looking at their work. So you're not prepared. I want the coaches to be prepared. So for you agents, I want you to put all your work in your Dropbox a day before you're going to go to your coaching appointment. Or you can do the coaching appointment by phone, because your certified coach is going to be able to get into that Dropbox. He or she is the only person besides me that can get into the Dropbox. This is very important when you're being coached. So you're going to get ready each week to work with your coach. Your coach will have access, as I said, to that Dropbox. You'll put all your work in your Dropbox so your coach can help you move forward. Now, coaches, you'll join that Coach's Corner to coach your agents to your plan. And you can see from this that you're going to be able to buy several quote-unquote seats or entrees into the program that you can use all year. Now, this is what you're going to accomplish. You're going to get over 300 lead generating activities to complete. So you're going to have so many potentials for people that love you, that want to buy and sell with you, that you'll be really busy. You're not going to just sit there and wait for the phone to ring. That's a good way to go out of business, or wait for an internet, somebody in the internet. That's okay. You're going to do some of that, but it takes 200 internet potentials to bring you one sale. That's a lot of work. So you're going to do some of it, but don't rely on it. This is really a face-to-face business first, especially when you're starting out. You want to create great relationships with people. You're going to create your full listing, buyer, and marketing systems. Why? Because I want you to be ready. So if you're going to contact all those people, I want you to be ready to win. Let me ask you this, you agents who've been in the business for a while. If I were to call you up and say, I want to buy a home tomorrow, and I want you to tell me what you're going to do for me, could you? Would you have it all in writing? Would you be able to show and tell? Or would you scramble around trying to find what you needed at the time? That's way too late, isn't it? In the listing, what if I were to call you up and say, hey, I think I want to list my home. Come over and tell me what you're going to do. Would you be ready? Marketing, do you have all your systems in place so that when you meet a person, you know what you're going to do to follow up with them forever? I heard this once, it's the truth. Stay with them till they buy or die. Kind of bad, but it's true, isn't it? You're going to learn the 7 most important sales skills you need and the 7 lead generating dialogues. Now, I want you to be real. I don't want you to memorize canned things. I'm going to basically show you processes, and I'm going to give you examples and help you create your own dialogue. But it does need to be dialogue. Why? Because buyers and sellers are ready to stop you in your tracks otherwise. You have to be ready to know how to get past those barriers in a gracious and authentic way. I'm going to show you that. Here are your goals. You're going to either get 1+ sale and 1+ listings, or get awfully close. Now, I can't tell you exactly when these things are going to happen, but I can tell you that you're going to be successful if you have over 300 lead generating activities, and you've contacted and worked with a certain number of buyers. You've done a certain number of listing presentations. I can tell you that sooner rather than later, you're going to make money. Most agents can't even tell you what their activities have been, so that when I counsel them as a coach, I can't help them until I know what they've been doing or not doing. I'm going to help you because you know what you've been doing. You're going to create long-term successful business habits. That's really important because I want you to carry this through forever. That's why I'm going to teach you processes and systems that even the most successful agents don't use. Why? Because when you're successful, you can get away with a lot. When you're new, you can't get away with anything. You have to be better to succeed. Finally, you're going to have confidence in yourself and your ability to achieve at a high level. So why not get started now? There's no better time to start than right now. And I'm looking forward to working with you. Thank you for looking at Up and Running in Real Estate.